Let's talk about mental fitness. So myself and Professor Joseph, for me, the analogy is around your body, and it's hugely important. Everybody knows that in order to get strong and in order to get fit, that you've got to exercise. And exercise makes you bigger, faster, stronger, better. And when you don't exercise, there's a detraining effect. You get slower, you get weaker, you lose muscle. And we know that whenever we're exercising, we're producing hundreds of what we call myokines, which are messenger molecules that just help your body work better and help your brain work better. And the brain controls everything the body does, but it's completely dependent on the health of the body in order for it to operate normally, right? And then we have all the psychology stuff. So from that perspective, what's your take on mental fitness?
Well, yes, if we look just like as in physical fitness domain, a lot of people don't exercise, and it leads to all these kinds of disorders like diabetes and problems with their heart. And it's the same thing with mental fitness. People don't realize that if you don't actually actively build your mental fitness, you become weaker at it. So we know that 1 in 4 people are struggling with mental health issues. And 1 in 2 people in a given community like us have thought about suicide at some point in their life. So we know that people can be dragged into suffering, just as if you're not exercising, be dragged into unfitness. And so the solution is to recognize that it's an active thing to be mentally fit. So you have to actively, in the advisor space, actively noticing your thoughts and constantly kind of being aware that they will sometimes mislead you, that this advisor sometimes will say things to you that aren't helpful. With Noticer, just notice sometimes how you do have some control strategies where you're trying to feel good even if it doesn't make your life better. Just regularly noticing, practicing, practice mindfulness and strengthening that muscle. With Discover, this is a really important one, especially as you get older. We tend to not leave our comfort zone. We tend to stay more and more in our comfort zone, build walls and get more and more comfortable. And to strengthen your Discover is to kind of regularly make yourself leave what's comfortable, do something new, do something different. And finally, with values in the DNAV system, values is we're constantly being pulled towards trivial things, towards sweating the small stuff. Minor things that, like if you'd had some perspective, you'd see, oh, this is not important. So to remember what you care about, remember what's important, and remind yourself, don't just do it once and just say, oh, that's done, now I know what's important. No, you have to keep remembering, because when you forget, it's like you start to be driven by the immediate pressures of the day and not by the things you most deeply care about.
And this course is all about giving you guys the information and the tools and strategies that you can use on a daily basis to enhance your own mental fitness and reclaim and increase your mojo.